Hey guys, it's Minx here. Hope you are feeling super awesome today. Here in this video, we're going to look at 10 horror games still unreleased and coming in 2020. There's not too much of the year left, but there's still plenty more scares to be had. Let's see what's upcoming in the next few months. Let's start with Amnesia Rebirth, the return of the iconic horror franchise, and hopefully a return to form for frictional games. The main character, Tati Trianon, will be pushed to her limits as she tries to pull together the fragments of her shattered past. The game is due for release this fall, and I for one am super excited to see what Friction will bring to the table as we enter a horrific 19th century Prussia where terror lurks in the darkness.
Going the wrong way.
It's fine, just a quick detour. What happened? Where are we?
We're near Little Hope.
Sounds like a fun place.
Funnily enough, Little Hope does have an interesting and dark history.
Next up is another heavy hitter. The Dark Pictures anthology, Little Hope, is the next game from the Until Dawn creators, and the second in their anthology series after Man of Medan. I personally wasn't a huge fan of Man of Medan, so let's hope this is more Until Dawn and a lot less Man of Medan. Expect more hapless characters competing to survive as they become trapped in an accursed town where witchcraft was prevalent many years ago and has left deep scars in the town's dark history. How many characters are going to make it through in your playthrough? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. The game launches October the 30th, 2020, and we're very excited to see where it goes.
What the hell is that?
Asymmetrical horror multiplayer titles are all the rage at the moment, and Monstrum II is the newest one of these games to vow for your attention. A team of prisoners must work together to take on a terrifying monster in a game that aims to recreate the very fast-paced, adrenaline-pumping gameplay of the original single-player title. Boasting a randomly generated environment that changes every time you play, Monstrum II is TBA 2020, and it looks to be a very interesting title. A very quick entry here for our fourth game, but one I'm personally very intrigued by. Cannibal Holocaust is one of my favourite movies of all time and the grandfather of the found footage horror genre. With the original director on board, Cannibal is set to be a follow-up to the original movie as an interactive graphic novel and is due out by the end of the year. Let's hope it's a good one. There's no gameplay available at the moment, but this is the teaser trailer on screen right now.
Rated M for mature.
Please come in, Miss Reed. Come in.
Good evening, Mr. Ashman. Do you remember me?
Only between old friends.
Remothered was one of my favourite horror titles of the last few years, despite being a little janky at times. And the follow-up, Broken Porcelain, looks really amazing. As many of you guys know, we love the old stalker horror games such as Clock Tower and Haunting Ground and the like, and Remothered has been a welcome return to the golden age style of horror we love so much. Broken Porcelain promises to polish up both the gameplay and storytelling elements of the original game to deliver a truly terrifying adventure that you can get your hands on this October 20th, 2020. This is probably the title on the list I am most excited to play, and I really can't wait to check it out. It looks very, very creepy. We're cheating a little with this one as the game is already out in its original form, but Bloober Team's best title, Observer, a sci-fi dystopian horror, is getting a System Redux re-release for next-gen consoles. The game will be adding all new story cases to the already excellent title, new puzzles, and new horrific visuals taking advantage of the next-gen software. The game genuinely looks to be a big leap forward visually, so this is perhaps our earliest sneak peek as to what next-gen horror will truly look like. It's due out this year, and the original Observer is a fantastic game, so a little bit of an upgrade and some new stuff sounds excellent to me. We'll be checking this out when it launches this year on next-gen consoles. This is a strange one to be covering, as Chris and I played the demo of this game literally years ago, but now it's finally getting a full release, and considering how in-depth and great it was back then when we played it originally, this looks really promising. Return One-Way Trip is a game where our protagonist Saki gets stuck on board a haunted train and has to deal with all kinds of terrifying ghosts in both the past and the present in order to save her friends who are also trapped. The original demo of this was genuinely terrifying, and there's gameplay on screen from that right now, from our original playthrough actually. It's due out this September, and will hopefully be one to watch, so keep an eye on this horrific looking 2D adventure.
You're trespassing on an active crime scene. Give yourself up peacefully. No one has to get hurt here.
Once Upon a Time in Roswell is a horror game where you investigate the disappearances of families in 1947 era Roswell and try and solve the mystery of what's happened to them. The game looks to be inspired by PT, but also features these unique-looking flashback sequences where we seem to be in the trenches during the Great War, and I'm assuming maybe other periods as well, but I don't know. There is definitely a big supernatural dose to everything going on, and it's a really, really unique-looking game, judging by the trailer. It's definitely one to keep an eye on, and it's due out this year, so check it out. Here on Krinx TV, we love the PS2 era of horror, and Death of Rose seems to be really trying to capture the bygone era of PS2 games with modern visuals. And from what we can see in this trailer, it reminds me a lot of Silent Hill. In this first chapter of the game, which is due out this year, protagonists Beth and Scott investigate an abandoned school where a cult is meant to run disturbing services of dark worship. It looks excellent, has heavy psychological aspects, and I really hope this delivers a retro-inspired horror adventure that I am always craving. Saving perhaps the best looking game till last, The Medium is another title from Bloober Team that looks really promising. Due out holiday 2020, The Medium is a game that promises shifting between realities in a very Silent Hill style way. You have the normal reality and a warped, twisted reality that you can go back and forth between. You'll be travelling to an abandoned resort and using your skills as a medium to solve puzzles and uncover the dark secrets of the past lurking just below the surface of reality. This one looks really exciting, and hopefully it delivers. Not all Bloober Team's games have been great, but hopefully this is one of the ones that will stand out just like Observer did. Anyway guys, thank you for watching this video. I know this wasn't really the usual type of stuff you have on this channel. We traditionally just do gameplay, but For those of you who watch regularly, I'm hoping to branch out into doing things like this, as well as the gameplay still, and maybe looking at horror movies and other aspects of horror as a genre, including some documentary type stuff, looking at real life horror and video game horror, and things like that. I'm just want to branch out and try some new things. If you're new here and this was the first video you've watched, you're probably thinking I'm really fucking annoying, but otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, consider liking. We do have a Patreon. Lots of cool stuff there. Subscribe to the channel, and if you want more horror stuff, it's definitely going to be coming away here, and we'll see you really, really soon. A big shout out to our Patreon producer, Alice. It's thanks to her this channel exists, pretty much. She supports us a ton, so we really can't thank you enough, Alice. You beautiful Nomkin, you. Her links are on screen right now. Anyway, that's it for this video. We'll see you soon for more assorted horror-type stuff, and hopefully this is the start of us dipping our toes into some different types of things on the channel, and yeah, that's it for now. Stay beautiful, stay nom. I'll see you later.